How do we keep employees? That's a question we get time after time. People are always asking us about how do we keep employees in the office? How do we keep our field techs? How do we keep growing our team? And this is huge if you're going to scale a company. You have to have a team. No one does it alone. No one grows a company really, really big alone. Now, first of all, want to apologize for the wind. I'm doing this. I'm in Springfield, Illinois at our location. You can see the shop in the background a little bit, some of the trucks, and it's crazy to see how much this team is built and how much more is going on than what used to go on. And this happens in both locations. Now that we've learned to grow a team in Illinois, we've taken that over to Florida. We've grown that team as well, and we've had a lot of success in adding team members and keeping team members even more importantly. Starting off with something really huge is creating a place with opportunity. And what does that mean? That means creating a place where if someone's going to come work for you, they know they can go this direction, meaning up. A lot of times there's companies where it's a dead end, especially in the lawn and landscape industry or any of the construction fields or any of the trades. If a business is a dead end, meaning there's no levels to move to, you're going to alienate a huge portion of the people that you could potentially hire that want to move up in life, that want to earn more, that want to move forward and give their family a better life. And if you can't have that, if there is no more opportunity, growing opportunity, it's going to make it where it's a short-term job for people. They come in, they work, they go to the end of the opportunity chain, the opportunity ladder, whatever you want to call it, and then they say, okay, cool, well, now I'm going to go to something else that has more opportunity because there's no upward movement here. So you have to create a place that has constant growing opportunity. And a lot of times that means you have to grow your company. You have to add, to create the opportunity, you need to have a big vision of having a massive company so you can create management positions, sales positions, all these different things, field sales, field management, operation management, down the line, CFO, CMO, all the O's. And that is what's going to allow people to have that continued upward opportunity. Now, after you do that, and really along the way, so you really need to do this the whole way. You need to set out with the end in mind of having the continued opportunity, but along the whole way of that, just as important is to foster an amazing culture. An amazing culture is a team that comes to work and everybody's pretty happy and pretty excited. Given this might not be the most fun thing we do every day, but we enjoy being together. The not amazing culture is the team that everybody shows up, everybody bitches, there's a bunch of cancer that's been allowed to grow in the company. So you have to be proactive about making sure the culture is moving in the right direction, that you are doing events, you are doing things, Christmas parties, bonuses, just all kinds of different things to foster that, to continue that culture, making sure you're getting out the people that are a cancer to the company, making sure you are keeping the awesome people and pushing them up the ladder in the company, and really managing a culture well. I mentioned Christmas parties, but all kinds of different events. We're doing Tough Mudders together. We've done paintballing together. We've done axe throwing together. All these things where people can get to do stuff together as friends, as a work family, and then create that bond, create that culture, because everyone might not be everyone's best friend, but being able to work together, being able to create that bond with the people that you spend the majority of the time with makes every day easier when everybody goes to show up. And the more you foster that culture, the more people enjoy and want to be at a place. Just like morning meetings have done that. We have so many employees that say the team huddle we do in the morning so wildly different from what they're used to, but they like that connection and they like that communication, and that makes them feel more connected to what's going on, and it tightens up the culture because everybody cheers, everybody kind of created a culture of clapping in both locations, which a lot of companies you don't see that, and that takes time because that's awkward for people because most people are used to negative culture. We show up, it's a 9-to-5 job, and ultimately what we're trying to create here is a culture where people are showing up to really come to work at a lawn and landscape company, to work for us, Scooters Lawn Care, to work for Scooters Lawn Care, to work at and be a part of a dream, a mission, versus a person that shows up for a paycheck. I heard this awesome story in a book, and there was a new kid that came to a train company back in the day, and he talked to the foreman he was working with that first day he was getting trained, and that foreman had been there for 25 years. And this was a big day where the vice president of the company was coming and going to make an appearance at the train company. And the vice president showed up, and the foreman he was working with was best friends, like such good friends with the vice president. And the new guy was like, well, how do you know him? Like, he's a big deal. He's massive here in this company. And he's like, well, we both started 25 years ago doing the exact same thing. And the new employee said, what? How? Why are you here? And he is there. And the reason, and this might have not been a culture and this might have just been mindset, but our idea is to push as many people in this direction as possible, because it's going to mean more success for them, and then which that contributes to more success for the company. But the difference between the vice president and the guy that was still a foreman is the vice president, when he went to work for the railroad, meaning he had the best intentions for the railroad. He wanted to grow the railroad. He preached the railroad. He believed in the mission. He believed in the passion. He believed in the direction. And the other person went to work for $1.20 an hour. When you go to work for an amount of money and you don't go to work for the mission that is the company to try to excel and grow the company, you're not going to get as far. The company's not going to get as far. And having a good culture drives more and more people to actually have the best intentions for the company versus I'm just sitting to get my pay and leave, because it becomes more than just a job. Finally, celebrating. This is huge. These are things that all of this has played huge dividends for us. And celebrating is massive, because when you win, everybody likes to celebrate. One of the biggest things I love telling new employees, or when I'm even interviewing, is, hey, you're signing up for a fucking professional sports team. That's how we look at this. This is how we treat this. Sports teams. Who makes the most money? Who gets all the accolades? Who gets all the fun stuff? It's the teams who win. And that's how we think about this as well, which means we have to keep the best players, we have to cut the worst players, and we have to always train and get better every day. And if you're willing to do that and you want to be a part of that, well, we're going to kick ass. And with all that ass kicking, we plan to have the most opportunity as well. We plan to have the most good things come back to us, the most success, the most opportunity to earn more money. And so with that creates a bunch of celebrations. So we need to celebrate all of these wins. When you hit a revenue goal, when you have birthdays, giving cards, anything that can be celebrated, profits, winning a big job, clapping in every morning meeting over just the fact that a client said, hey, that team was awesome, left a good review and mentioned X, Y, and Z members of a team. Really taking that to heart and making sure everybody knows they're appreciated, everybody is getting celebrated. That is huge. And it could be as small as a cookout at the shop. It can be as big as whatever you want it to be. I've got friends that they do crazy stuff they're wanting to give away. The companies have grown so big that they're giving away cars and they're giving away this and they're giving away that. And like there's no limit to that. And that should grow and scale with your company as well. So if you nurture the opportunity that is going to continue to grow, if you nurture the culture and you continue to celebrate all the wins, you're going to be able to attract, keep, and grow an awesome team and grow a huge company. Hope this has helped you. Make sure, if you got some value out of this, that you like it, you subscribe, and you share this with somebody else that you know is just frustrated with the team thing, because they're saying the same old story of you can't get anyone to work for you, can't get anybody to stick around. It's just, I just can't get it figured out. I'm over it. Share this with them, please. My intentions are to help people, inspire people, and that is the one thing I ask of you.